Good evening, everybody. I hope today in Singapore the live stream will be smooth. So far, tonight seems okay, but let's see. Okay. Good evening. Right. Once you come in, say hello to me. Okay. Mm, then I know whether everything is okay. Yes. Good evening, Brian, PC, Dave, Norman, Dora. Yes. Mike. Okay. Everybody. Priscilla. Good to see you. PC, Taggy, Iris. Ace, okay, everybody, good to see you. Siu Hong, good to see you. Alex, good to see you. Maggie, good to see you. Yeah, blessed, happy Labor Day. We're all laborers, right? Joyce, Leo, good to see you. Yes, May, good to see you. Sharon, good to see you. Yes, very happy to see all of you. Okay. US cannot live without China. We're going to talk about it. It's quite funny. Charlie, good to see you. Brian, good to see you. Yes, remember, give like. Okay, great. Yeah. Lulu, good to see you. Francis, good to see you. Pat, good to see you. Okay. Yep. Jen, good to see you. Louis, good to see you. Okay, everybody just continue to give, like, yes. Now I see May said, Mr. Lu, nowadays I see you more than I see my Alao. That I have such an honor, right? Uh, Mr. Tang, good to see you. Uh, Inkit, good to see you. Shandon, good to see you. Okay, how many likes to start today? Okay, let's go. Okay, 150 maybe. Okay, yes, like first. Uh, China YouTubers say China cannot live without the US, depending which Chinese YouTuber you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, come on. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Uh, yeah, I'm back in Singapore. Yeah. So for me to go to Malaysia, it's like traveling from Jurong to Changi Airport, the kind of feeling. No difference. Yeah. So for me, just go there, come back, eat my favorite food. Oh. Today I had a wonderful, to my opinion, very expensive lamb chop and fish. Okay, I'll try to put it up. Yeah, very expensive. So my wife and I ate a Angmo restaurant at Austin Heights. She had lamb chop. She had lamb chop. I have the fish. I don't know if I can show you or not. Okay, let me see if I can show you. My opinion, it is actually very nice. Okay, I think I can show you this. Okay, can see now. So this the lamb chop. Okay, this is the lamb chop. It freaking melts in your mouth. Okay, it melts in your mouth. Very yummy. And wow. Okay, but by my standard, very expensive. Okay, so if you can see, while we wait for everybody to come in, okay, I put some salt on it, and these are the atas salt, and this is the coleslaw, and I got some sauce on it. Yeah, it's absolutely late. I'll try to put up the video when I can. Okay, it's notice the way I cut now is actually full of fats, full of fats. Pui pui one. Okay, yep. And then when you go in and see my facial expression, well, to die for, man. I'll tell you how much it costs. Okay, yeah. Can you see my eyeball? I want to drop out. Yummy, man. To die for. Okay. Anyway, and then I've got a big piece of fish. Angmo style, high-end restaurant, not my style. And meaning that not my style is wrong. Not my usually I go roadside, hawker center, coffee shop, that kind of thing, right? No, that's not Basilico. This is a place called Temple. I'll give you an address. Two of us ate quite expensive. 250 ringgit. 250 ringgit. B, how much is 250 ringgit? Divided by 3.3. Yeah. 250 ringgit. It's at Austin Heights. 75 Sing. Two of us eat. Very expensive, really. Probably the most expensive meal I ever had for two-person. Yeah. Yes. It's very high end by my standard. Okay. I know for your sounds cheap, but my standard in Malaysia, very high. This is probably the highest end I will go already. That's why I say cost of living in Malaysia is a breeze, right? I'll show you this one. Today I'll talk about finance, but since you're talking, and I have got this fish. Wait, how come not start? Okay. Wait. Yeah. So I've got this fish. It's a Angmo style pingkang. Wow. Grilled fish. Fantastic. Some echo feedback. Do we have? Susan, good to see you. Okay, so if you all like, I'll try to put up this video. Okay, Ken? No lah, not for tapao lah. Just enjoy the meal there, the ambience, everything very nice, very high end whatsoever. Okay, today, hello. Can we at least have 250 likes, please? Okay, I'm trying to go. Usually, I go for one third the number, one third number. Yeah, I know you all hate to ask for likes, but without likes, the number of viewers cannot go up. Okay, so you all zitong, I don't need to ask. Okay, but you all don't zitong, I need to ask. Everybody get irritated. Yes, Mr. Lu can't be eating fish and lamb, expected to pay peanuts, right? $250 very expensive by my standard. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Yes. Okay. So 250, 250, and here we go. Okay. Yes. All right. Once a while go expensive. This is very expensive by my standard. I know some of y'all say, "Aya, Mr. Lu, this one very cheap by Singapore standard." It's true. Just now we say how much each person? Sorry, $75. So each person roughly about $30+. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So today we are not talking about GE. In case I kena haul. So don't tempt me to talk about GE. I'm not going to talk anything about GE, but I'm going to talk hardcore about finance. Okay. So let's go, shall we? Okay. So today I'm going to talk about damn cheap 30+. It's very expensive by JB standard really. Very expensive, seriously. Okay. Okay. So yeah, cooling day starting. So I'm not going to talk about no talking about it, because I potentially can get into trouble. Okay, if something goes wrong with YouTube and things like that. No. So last time I went Western in Singapore, $69 per person. I go eat with my friend Sushi Day, $50 already. That's why cost of living Malaysia, no horse run. You understand, right? Okay. All right. Remember, always give a like and I'll go. Okay. So today my oh man, I got my slides ready? Yes, I got my slides ready. Okay. So I'm gonna start switch to the slides, and then after we can have a discussion. Okay. And here we go. All right. And then here it is. Let's go. And all right, wait. I switch to my phone so that I can see you guys, so I can make a comment. And let's go. Okay. All right. Okay. So today's talk is about US chickening out, and they start tolonging China. They are begging China right now, and that's a very interesting news. Okay, so I think this is good news. So remember, hit subscribe. I want to monitor this progress very carefully in the China-US space, and so that I know what will happen. Now, for some people say, "Oh, Miss Lu, you're so stupid. You go and sell your leverage position for what?" First of all, I need to say leverage position is more or less a gambling position. So it is very dangerous. So I prefer not to leverage in this kind of time. But more importantly is that I got 95% of my portfolio still intact. Still there. I haven't touched it, and I don't intend to. To touch it. So I'm gonna leave it there and let it compound. Okay. So let's go on, shall we? So again, this is not financial advice, not telling you buy or sell, okay? And let's go. So the US state media has actually reviewed that US has reached out to Beijing to initiate tariff talks. Remember, President Trump says that, oh, he's starting to talk with President Xi and that kind of thing. And then he said that Beijing is non-stop reaching out to US, begging us to talk and that kind of thing, right? Completely BS. So right now, Chinese state media says that US has reached out to Beijing to initiate tariff talk. They are chickening out. They know that right now they are running short of goods, and if they don't have goods coming in, there'll be hits in their economy, and inflation will shoot to the roof. So US has now chicken out, right? So they play chicken and they chicken out. So okay, so everybody remember, hit subscribe. So US has started the tariff. Sorry, US want to start tariff talks with China. So Donald Trump administration has been seeking contact with Beijing to initiate talks on the massive tariff that Washington have imposed on China. The US government has reached out to China, according to various channels, says Yu Yuan Tian, Tan Tian, a Weibo affiliated to the Chinese Central Television that signals Beijing view on trade. It cited unidentified people with knowledge of matter, providing no further details. So U.S. has approached China for tariff talks. U.S. Treasury chief says to revisit Trump's phase one trade deal with China. So they are reconsidering. China basically say, limpe, they're not going to do anything. Okay. Yeah. And there is, although they did say that there is no harm to engage US. So China also want to engage US now. China is also hurting. We all know that, right? The art of the deal lose to art of war. Wow, that's a good one. Okay. So uh, now, Beijing is adamant that you will stand and fight and not rush to a negotiation table. So if the other side come to me and now chicken out, okay, B, can you just make sure my Wi-Fi is working? Not my internet is working. Seems to be okay. Guys, can you hear me loud and clear? I just want to double check. Okay. Huh? Can you hear me? No, is it? Okay. Can you all hear me loud and clear? Okay, yes. Okay. All right, sorry, very loud some more. Sorry, guys, because I'm just watching. Okay, and so Beijing basically says that no, unless you remove those tariffs, then we can talk. So before US take any substantive action, China has no need to engage in talks. So you chicken out already, right? So once you chicken out, the other side will know how to play hardball already. Now China is more willing to play hardball and can afford to play hardball than US can. So China will need to observe closely, even force US true intention, and to maintain the initiative in both negotiation and confrontation. So basically, Donald Trump is a useless piece of So so Trump said in a U.S. media interview last Friday, his administration was talking to China to reach a tariff deal, and President Xi Jinping has called him. This is just a shameless liar, right? Just shameless, man. Okay. So Beijing last week repeatedly denied such talks were taking place, accusing Washington of misleading the public. So now, however, let's all be mindful that China is also hurting. So China manufacturing activity fell by more than expected to a 16-month low, sliding into contractionary territory in April as escalating trade war with the US hurt bilateral trade. China factory activity dropped, right? So the China consumer confidence has really fallen big time and still remaining low. And a lot of people said China domestic market is so big, all they need to do is to switch from selling overseas to selling local. Not so easy, okay? Given the downward pressure on economy, it is unlikely domestic spending can be significantly expanded in the short term. So replacing export with internal demand can happen, but it takes a long time. So China do not have high expectation for talks with Trump administration. The real battleground is in the adjustment of Chinese domestic policy, such as boosting domestic demand. And I've said before, it is not easy to boost domestic demand. Monetary policy has failed. Now they need to go fiscal policy, not so easy. Now, yesterday we talked about slightly in our live stream. Everybody, please hit like, please. So is US now heading for a recession? Today we're going to review what analysts are saying, but let me give you my view first, okay? Do you remember this formula? Everybody, please remember this formula, okay? And if you don't mind, if you all want, please let me know. But I would like to share with everybody that in economics, some of the economic simple principle I can share with everybody. Today, this is a simple one. GDP is equals to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. I've said this many, many times. Okay. C stands for private consumption, consumption of you and me, ordinary people. G stands for government consumption. I stand for investment. X minus N says export minus import. And in the in the in the last quarter, there was a significant rise in M because they expected a lot of the import prices to go up. So all the importers, took in a lot of M. So this thing goes up, means this thing will come down. So yes, this is A levels economics, okay, and this formula is very very important because it helps to analyze GDP, national income, and all this. Now, so the U.S. economy shrunk in the first quarter by 0.3%, and that's because of what we call front loading of imports. The consumer spending still grow, although a bit slower, and inflation cools and wages maintain moderate pace. So I want to go back to this one. So in order to analyze, will we have a recession moving forward? Let's see what will happen. Okay, the first thing we need to know is that M has been front loaded, which means that now M for the next few months will be very very low. You understand that? So they basically spend a lot quickly to bring in all the goods first, and then after that M will be very low. So GDP on the other hand right now will have a spike because this thing has come low. Export might most likely will be low, but this thing will be lower. So this thing will most likely not be as good, but this thing will be lower. So this one will still be better. Now let's start with C, okay? Consumption, will it be high or low? So right now, everybody in this earlier quarter, they spend a lot anticipating prices that will go up. Or right now, prices is still going up because consumption is still going up because people are anticipating prices to go up because of the tariffs. So as a result, we should see C to go up in the most immediate months. G, because of Elon Musk clamping down on government expenditure, this is likely to come down. Okay. Investment is something nobody is willing to spend right now because nobody is sure of what is going to happen. So I is likely to go down. So to sum up, in the next few months, C is likely to go up, G is likely to go down, I is likely to go down, X is likely to go down, M is likely to go down. So these C and M will move to push GDP up. G and I and X will most likely push GDP down. So in short, it is impossible to predict GDP in the next 1 or 2 months or maybe even 3 months. Almost impossible to predict. So therefore, it's very unlikely that we'll be able to see in clear. Now, it all depends on Donald Trump as well. Donald Trump is capable shamelessly or suddenly say, okay, whole world, no more tariffs. I love you guys. Sorry, guys, just giving you a fright for a few months. This is all part of the strategy, this is all part of the strategy of, encouraging world market to open up. Now we are friends again, whatsoever. Is he capable of doing that? Anybody? Is he capable of doing that? Anybody? Okay, I want to see your answer. Yes or no? Is he capable of suddenly flipping the other way around totally? Okay, Randall say yes. Sean say yes. Yes, yes, yes. Nobody say no. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Sally, hi, good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. I see Liner Gun say no. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, again, right? It's very difficult, but because he got no credibility, no shame, no integrity whatsoever, it's very possible he can just flip and it doesn't matter, right? So let's see what analysts say, okay? And these are senior economists at Morningstar. While Q1 GDP growth was negative, this doesn't mark the beginning of recession. The large negative was due to a surge in import, which is what I said just now. In principle, these were offset by increase in other expenditure, blah, 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 okay? And this report did not give any concrete clarity of what's expected. This is another economist as well. If anything, it confirms that tariff have a major impact on consumer behavior. Next quarter GDP will likely tell a different story as tariffs will undoubtedly have a profound impact. From a math perspective, the impact from tariffs should be reversed and flipped to a positive contributor, okay? And once again, economic data is wildly unpredictable and likely to be volatile. In short, he basically say the same thing as me, impossible to judge, okay? Now let's take a look at economists at Wells Fargo. The US economy has a greater risk of recession now than it was 1 month ago, but the 0.3% contraction is not the start of one. So basically, this was because of the import impact I described. So in a nutshell, it has introduced a noise in the Q1 growth number. The question is how long consumer and businesses can last, right? So in short, again, don't know. Okay, so this is now glad made investment strategy. So again, this one is the Q1 GDP number is probably just a hint. Okay, and now consumer needs to alter the, sorry, investors need to keep a close eye how consumer alter their spending patterns, and whether they continue to consume higher prices or pull back on consumption will be a key determinant on the fate of US economy. The impact of tariffs should minimally look to economic slowdown and run to a risk of a near-term recession. So another one says that we should not be overly concerned about yesterday's GDP negative, but what is more important is the more substantial economic slowdown. So basically, key takeaway is this. For today, let us conclude this thing. Number one is that the possibility of a US-China trade talks is good, all good. But it is unlikely to have a conclusion quickly. They will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. The start of the talk is good sign, but unlikely to have a conclusion quickly. China now is most likely going to play hardball. So my guess is this, okay? Trump is likely to chicken out and give in to China, okay? But after he chicken out and give in to China, he will still claim, oh, I have 100% success in negotiating. All the success is mine, right? President Xi, and I are good friends. We decided, to shake hands and forever. They will allow us to have more access to the country. Blah blah blah. From now on, we are best of friends. Can I say, right? So, US at least this coming quarter will have probably a slowdown, unlikely to have a recession, although it's hard to say. Unlikely recession is hard to say. But as long as the trade war doesn't resolve, the risk may remain high. So this is the key takeaway, okay? Key takeaway. So let's go to a Q&A right now, okay? So, all right, let's go, okay? The static sound is back. My God, okay? I can't do anything, guys. So this is okay. So in a nutshell, this is what it is. Please bear with me on the static sound. Okay, how does it affect the stock market? Now, right now, the stock market is reading a few things. Number one, GDP unlikely to 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 be negative in the next quarter, although it's hard to say, but it will be a slowdown. Number two is Donald Trump is clearly chickening out. You all agree me? He's just clearly chickening out. And he chickening out is actually good. Because if he chicken out means that there's a chance he will give in to China. Then this trade war might be over soon, right? So now, however, it's hard to say. Right? This guy is totally unpredictable. But right now, clearly he's chickening out. Okay, he's chickening out. So let me just ask you guys this question. I can start a poll, okay? Right? Do you think Trump will chicken out and bow out to China? Okay. All right, let's go. Okay. Okay. Nowadays, I can play with this. I think that's really very good. Okay, so let's start a poll, shall we? And see. Meanwhile, walao, 500 likes can or not? 500 likes, I tell you all interesting story. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see whether these guys will chicken out. Yeah. Okay. So about 20% of you guys says that you won't chicken out. Okay. About half of you guys say that we'll chicken out, and hard to say. Now, I would clearly say that it's very difficult to say, but I'm also in the camp that you will chicken out. Yes, sorry, you heard my cat crying, is it? Yeah, my cat is yeah, sorry, he wants to come in the room, he scream and shout and cry, and like he's yeah, 死了爹娘一样. But after that, he come in very quiet. Okay, he's just right in front of me. Can we have 500 likes, please? I really appreciate this. Okay, 500. Okay, please. Yeah, show us. At the end of the day, buyers have power. Okay, He will chicken out but come back later. All right, okay. Okay. You want to see the cat? Jin Hao, okay. Chong Chong, come here. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, guys. Okay, boy, come here. All right. Okay. Okay, so this is Chong Chong, okay? He's a munchkin, so he's a bit short legs. He's very, very tare, so please forgive me. Okay, I have another one. They were made, they were made legal, last year, I think. Okay, so please, okay, Chong Chong, can you please say hello to everybody instead of staring blank? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, yeah, it's I have actually another one, but the other one is more shy. Okay, all right, boy. Okay, you go. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, does he have health problem being a munchkin? No, yeah, no, she doesn't have. Okay, Chong Chong, handsome boy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Cat, cat and kitten is really cute, right? So, this Tan Kee Hao came to my house specially to visit. Senior Minister Tan Kee Hao came to my house specially to visit two of them. Wasn't giving me face, was giving the cat's face. Okay. Yes. So, yeah. So I think that's something really very interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think we concluded that most likely Trump will chicken out. Now, because everybody thinks that Trump will chicken out, then I think the tariff war risk is less. Okay. Tariff war risk is less. So I think that, the chances of a continuing rally could be there, but because it's unpredictable, so, I I keep whatever I have, I more or less keep. Okay, whatever leverage position I pare down my half, because those stock cannot tahan. Those stocks cannot tahan. Sorry, those leverage position cannot tahan volatility, and then of course, then the rest, whatever I have, which is 95% of my portfolio, to continue to compound or go down and go up. Okay, all right. Okay, will USD continue to fall? If the trade war comes to an end, I think the USD will kind of less be flat. Will TLT fall more? Hard to say. Is a matter of confidence with the US market right now. It's at this juncture really hard to say. Okay, I would certainly consider. Yesterday we talked about the Pinko fund. I think the Pinko fund is a lot more a better option than TLT because the returns are a lot higher. Any chance to fire big? Okay, unless the market crash big time, like what we saw in COVID and in 2022, but this time around the fall is, it just barely touched 19-20%, and then poof, it go back already. Those kind of movements are too, those kind of dive are too small for me to big to go for a big one. Okay, yeah. Why does US export fall? Well, because other country are imposing tariff on US, and a lot of people now don't like US. Let me ask you a question. If you are Canadian right now, do you think you want to buy US goods? Yeah. That country, US, want to conquer and take over. Conquer is right. Want to take over Canada, no? Of course, you get a Canadian very upset, right? Canadian just don't want to buy US goods anymore. The Chinese also don't want to buy US goods anymore. So of course, the US export will fall. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. So I think that's so very conclusively we do know what will happen and so on. Yeah. Now we don't have any trying to think of the right word to use. I think generally Singapore don't have any positive or negative feeling towards the US. Okay. Yeah. This one, everybody please take note. Okay. This is a wrong time to visit US for a holiday. Let me read it very clearly. Okay. This is a wrong time to visit US for a holiday because a lot of people go to US, kena stop at a custom, and face a lot of issues. Okay, so this is a story I have. Some German family went to US for holiday, kena interrogated at a custom for many hours. Later, kena sent back. Those people in US, even though you have got green card, That means you have a permanent residence. They fly out, let's say, to visit their hometown or whatever, and go back. Also kena banned from entering US. So I know of this case where a Malaysian family, but they are US green card holders. That means permanent resident. They stay in US for many years. They went back to visit Malaysia, cannot come back. You stop at the immigration. They call the ICE. ICE stands for ICE. I think it's called ICE. Their immigration is our equivalent of ICA. Stop them, didn't allow them to come back again. Yeah, it's very serious. Okay, now Singapore, I don't know, but do you know whether the Americans know the difference between Singaporean and Chinese or Malaysian for that matter? Okay, yes. Okay, U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement. Yes, it's called ICE. Yeah, so I don't think the Ang Mo know the difference. The Ang Mo cannot tell the difference between Singaporean, Chinese, Hong Kong, Korean, Japanese. They all look the same. Like ask you all, can you all tell the difference between German, British, Irish, American or so? Cannot tell. We all cannot tell. But the Ang Mo can tell. The Ang Mo can tell, and over time I can tell. So I can tell the difference between a British. Generally, a British between a German, a British, a Dutch. That's about it. The rest are more very difficult to tell. The Dutch are very, very tall, generally. Okay, not all the time. The Dutch are very, very tall. And then the British got some look, a lot of them, okay. And then the German also got some look. The rest I cannot tell. Yes, yes. I can tell a Singaporean from a non-Singaporean when I'm in Europe. Okay, do you know how to tell? Don't you, of course you hear, you can tell. Do you know how to tell a Singaporean? You won't believe what I can tell. Okay. Do you know how to tell a Singaporean? No, not by shoes. Okay. Yeah, I can tell a Singaporean versus let's say a Chinese or a Hong Konger or a Taiwanese. For that matter, to some extent a Malaysian as well. I can tell without them talking. Please forgive me. I have tested this again and again. Okay. No, not chewing gum. Yeah, not chewing gum. No, Singlish, the minute open my mouth, I can tell. But without them opening their mouth. Yeah, their dressing. What about their dressing? Anybody? What about their dressing? Okay. No, not haircut. Not haircut. Cannot tell. BCG injection. No, I cannot tell lah. Okay. Singaporean men walk very hunchback. They're all very depressed. No lah, that's not true. Okay. Yes, you all got it. Yes, too casual. Yeah, right. Uniqlo. Very poor dress sense. No, I don't think Singaporeans have very poor dress sense. They are simply BC. Do you know what's BC? Yeah. SBC. Yeah, SBC. Their fashion wear is SBC. What's SBC? Anybody? Okay. SBC. It's called Simply Bochap. Yeah, simply but very, very casual. I can sense a Singaporean from a mile away. Simply Bochap. Yeah, Simply Bochap. Really, yeah, the way they dress. You all agree with me not? Agree, say agree. Now, of course, no, it's those that come to Europe, of course, got some money, right? I mean, they can travel in Europe because I spend, I don't know, 70% of my time in Europe. I can sense it straight away. Yeah, Malaysian also, but less. Singaporeans damn sloppy, super sloppy, man. Yeah, super, super sloppy. Just simply bochap. Yeah, and only time they bopian is winter. Then if it's winter, then they all have to suit up and everything. But let's say it's summer, wow. You see the Singaporean from a mile away, man. Simply bochap. But they can buy LV, buy Chanel, buy Hermes whatsoever, but they dress like. And I, yeah, okay. No, the guys and girls all the same. The guys is the worst. The girls less, but also like that. Yes, Singaporean don't need to flex. They are confident within. That is true. Also, that is true. Now I would say 80%. Okay, all right. You all don't believe. Okay, let me ask yourself. Let me again start a poll again. Okay, do you agree Singaporeans dress in a simply bochap fashion. Okay. This one don't need, it's either yes or no lah. No difference. Okay, come on, take a poll right now. Okay. I must admit, I also, to be frank, like to dress like that. Who don't like, right? But bo pian, I got to deal with a fashion one. So when I go there, I dress up at least with a collar and pants or all this. Okay, 87% agree. Yeah, 87% agree. Yeah, so I can tell straight away, Singaporeans very easy to tell by their dress sense. Really, okay. So if I go there in summer or spring, the Singaporeans dress terribly, terribly. But it's okay. I like that. I like that, right? And just so it's in a way something similar to California. Californians also dress like that. Yeah. Them xia sui. I wouldn't consider xia sui lah, okay? But you can tell, okay? Yep. Yes. I dress better when overseas. Yeah. No. Singaporean, they want to spend, they spend a lot. No, on fashion, a lot. Okay. But somehow, when they are most of us are dressed terribly. Yes. On the average European, especially Italian, whoa, the men and women dress very, very well. The men especially, okay? They dress really very well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So see, 87%. See, we all Singaporean agree, we all simply bochap. It's called SBC, simply bochap. Okay. Yes. So I think that's true, right? Yeah, we're confident, not yes. So I think that's called confidence in ourselves. I think that's very true as well. Okay. Agree, right? Okay. Someone asked, okay, y'all can ask more questions. What someone asked say something very interesting. Alamak. Okay, how to dress well in this? Okay, in this weather, yes. Steve Jobs, many ultra. Okay, do you all know? Do you all know rich people? Okay, put it that way. There are two types of rich people. Okay, one is those. Okay, maybe there are three types of rich people. There are three types of rich people. There's one type of rich people. They dress very well. They dress very well. Okay, they dress very well, and the logo that they wear are usually very small one, but these are expensive stuff. Okay, they're usually very small, but yeah. Then there's another type, dressed terribly. They like those coffee shop. Some of them even dress like coffee shop assistant like that. I know I'm just helper that I've seen before. Unbelievable. Stay in 6th Avenue, GCB, that kind, dress like wow, the kind really have. And the third one are those people who dress very, very loudly. What LV, Chanel, I don't know, all kind of big trying to think of big brand name, okay? Prada and all sorts of stuff. Sorry, I wear Levi's. But Boluyan, I've seen many of these also. Okay. So got different type of people. So they are loud. So the one that amazed me are those that are super, super rich, and dress super lock. Have. Okay, very, very have. A lot. Yeah, unbelievable. The 6th Avenue, but you go you go to you just in the evening or this day, nothing to do. A lot of the rich people walk their dog. You see the way they dress. Yeah, really. Okay. Yeah, that's really amazing. Okay. 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 Okay, stealth free. Singapore is city most. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, what's the reaction when Ang Mo see us in this situation? Ang Mo nowadays, okay, I don't know how to tell you this, just in case the Ang Mo here, Ang Mo nowadays Bolian compared to us. Singaporeans very rich and successful, really. You go to any country, you go tell them I'm from Singapore. Wow, shake your hand. Wow, 久仰大名, you're from Singapore one. Shake your hand. Singapore, our self-esteem, very, very high. You take a passport out, it's like, wow, very, very, we all really, really got face one. Mr. Lu, you dress nicely, neatly, and presentable. I kena forced by my wife. My wife very particular on my looks. I actually very lata one. Okay, yep. So yeah, Uniqlo not expensive, quality is good. Okay. Ang Mo nowadays no money one. I'm not saying all Ang Mo no money. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of Ang Mo nowadays in Europe, in US not so rich anymore. Singapore really very nice. Char Kway Teow uncle, okay. Better don't tell people you're from Singapore, otherwise gonna kidnap. No lah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So I think in Europe and when you walk around in US, when you walk around, you tell everybody you're from Singapore, they always associate with the show Crazy Rich Asian. Okay, Crazy Rich Asian. Yeah. So I think that's something. Even in Switzerland, even Switzerland is probably the one that is most rich. The rest all CMI. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So anyway, yeah. Anyone got any more questions on stock market, on life whatsoever? If not, I can go on to the next part of my discussion. What people still talking about G? They only got 26 minutes left. Yeah. Okay. That's why Mr. Lu kena pickpocketed you many times. No, 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 no. The pickpocket go after everyone. Go after everyone. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about G at all. Okay, not right, but very dangerous to talk about G. Then later this one not even lim kopi. Then straight away kena. Okay. PIMCO. Okay, today a lot of people wrote to me about PIMCO, and a lot of them are actually investing in PIMCO. So PIMCO is something that I will just say that it is really seems to be a good fund. Okay, many of you all wrote to me telling me that you've been collecting a lot of dividends, whatsoever, 6% whatsoever, blah 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 blah, and I think it's something worth considering. Okay, yeah. Do you know a lot of Malay speak English in Malaysia? Uh, yeah, of course. Oh, I see. Okay. Tell us ghost story. If you want, I can tell about ghost story, but I don't know how to frighten people. Is Switzerland safe? Very safe. Mr. Lu should keep really short hair, very playful compared to your current cat. My current cat is actually quite playful. Okay. Um, I would just say that this is the golden age of Singapore. Golden age. You know, there is rise and falls of nation, right? You think about it, like the Greek Empire, it rise and fall. China rise and fall many times, okay? But the Greek Empire rise and fall many times. The Malayan Sultanate rise and fall. The trying to think of some more. The Greek Empire, the Rome Empire rise and fall. The British Empire rise and fall. The Napoleon Bonaparte rise and fall whatsoever. This is clearly the rise of Singapore. It's at our golden age right now. Would you agree? Golden age, golden age. Okay, golden age of Singapore. Will it fall after this? Okay, hard to say. Okay. I haven't started investing in PIMCO GIS income fund yet, but I probably will. Okay. Someone. Okay, this is something I wanted. I found out a bit more today about the health check I done yesterday. So the health check I done yesterday was in Raffles Medical Group, and I went through a comprehensive medical check. It is indeed $495. The price is very good. I'm still trying to do $498. The price is really good, and it's pretty comprehensive. But there are different tiers. There's another one called Platinum Class or something like that. It's 11,000 something, some scary number. Still single to you, but the $11,000 one, like 够辛苦 check out that kind of thing, right? To the point, I think I'm not even sure whether is it healthy. Okay, so the one I went for is very comprehensive. Okay, but it's only 498. Okay, your one I could put up a video. I'm still editing the video, damn xiong, because me and the doctor talks too long. Do you think there'll be a crash again like Black Monday? Hard to say. It all depends on Trump. The key issue is whether Trump dare to. We're all waiting for the 90 days, right? I don't think 90 days. You know what? Let's ask everybody, okay? Let's ask everybody. Okay. Do you think after 90 days, Trump will implement reciprocal, I don't know how to spell that. Broker tariffs again. Okay, wait. I change the spelling. Reciprocal tariffs. Okay. Yes, no. I think it's just yes or no. Okay, let's go. Okay. So if they implement, let's take a look. Okay, all depend on Trump, right? Everybody know. Okay, come. Let's take a vote now. Well, nowadays with this vote, very good. Okay, 50-50 right now. Hard to say. Come on, guys. Okay, 38-58. Wow, go on. Come on. We got almost 2,000 people. Guys, 1,800 people, at least give me 800 likes, can or not? Please, okay? Yeah, please press like. The like will let more people watch it, okay? Okay, Xu Xing, I cannot talk about the topic. I cannot talk about the topic, okay? Okay, so bottom line is 50-50. Everybody not sure, right? So cannot tell. Really cannot tell. We now have 300 people voting. Okay. Can we everybody take a vote, please? This is a very important thing, no? Everyone take a vote right now on this one, because this one is very important, because it will decide, whether what we see is correct. Okay. Right. So no. 50-50. 50-50. Cannot tell. 50-50. I also cannot tell. Who can tell, right? So some people say something. I think I belong to the camp that you will say no. Okay. But to be frank, inside me also split. I'm 51-49. Yes. Gary, good to see you. Okay. Yep. So for those people, 1,800, I did a presentation slide just now. Actually, why you're coming so late? Is it because you get a notification late or what? Okay. So I'll just quickly give you a summary. Don, so the U.S. administration has reached out to China, tolong them to start talking. I'm dramatizing it, but they reach out to China. China say, I'm not gonna talk to you guys, man. So now US go to China and basically say, tolong, please talk to us, uncle, please talk to us, right? So this is exactly happening right now. So this China basically, okay, I want to talk lah, yeah, okay, yes. So yeah, so I think that US a loser, man. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, so I see. But no, those rally speech was over when I started my life. Okay, yep. Yes, DMJ, yes. Okay, reciprocal tariff only for leverage 10% of stay. The PIMCO payout date is the end of month, I think. Okay, Trump folded president. Okay, yeah. So I think that it's 50-50, like what you all say. Okay, 50-50. Okay, I'll end the poll right now. Okay. All right. So you are right. My Malaysian internet is better than my Singtel one. You all can see, right? And this is using mobile data. It's not even using my fiber line, man. Walao. Can you see my Malaysian internet is so much better, right? How can it be, right? I'm so yeah. Okay. You will never regret investing in PIMCO. Why did I say so? PIMCO monthly payout, right? Yes. So I think I probably have enough to throw in some into PIMCO to try. I don't mind putting in 1/10 of a buck inside. Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. So and anyone any questions before I end with a story? Yes, Singtel Mobile 5G. How is Woodlands and Tuas second link? Which is better? To go to Austin Heights, Woodlands is better. Okay. Yeah. Yes, you're right. No, but I checked the bandwidth. The bandwidth is okay. I don't know lah, Sian. No. I won't. Unless the country kena some fire of a big form, I don't see a need for me to step out. Yeah. Or let's say I'm just saying, yeah, you know what I mean? I won't. I don't see myself going. No, I haven't. Yeah. In Singtel then recently very bad. Don't know why. You also is it? Will the PIMCO yield decrease? Unlikely. Ghost story. Why you like to see ghost story? Okay. You brought Chong Chong is sleeping right now. Okay. PIMCO you can buy in Endowers, you can buy in Fun Supermart, you can buy in Poems and whatsoever. Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm very willing to try a PIMCO shot. Okay. Yeah. No. I didn't bring my cat to GB. I'm now in Singapore. I'm a Malaysian. Speaking from my friend input, we are very simply bo chap tu. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Ghost story. Okay. We ask everybody for permission first. Ghost story. Okay. Do you want to hear ghost stories? Okay. Again, this is for finance part over. Okay. Finance part over. What? Still not over yet. Okay. Yeah. Take Chong Chong sleep photo. No lah. Okay. Okay. Peter Lim, one such person, you cannot tell he's rich. Yes. Yes. Ghost story. No, Austin High got no ghost story lah. Please. Okay, finance ghost story. Okay. What's the name of the Pinko fund? Watch my yesterday video. Okay, market already spoke. Okay, so okay, I'll give a few ones. Okay, yeah. Okay, so okay, I'll tell one or two. Okay, not real personal encounter. Real personal encounter. Okay, real personal encounter, and usually where do you think most men kena ghost story or have ghost encounter? Where do you think? Okay, where do you think? Everybody, where do you think? Okay, yeah, yes, unfortunately, you're right. Okay, office, not a single. Yeah, it's always army. You're right. Okay, office in Singtel building, I worked for 20 over years. Not one case of a ghost. Not one. Okay, yeah, I give you a few. I give a few encounter, and in most of case, you're gonna end HDB got no ghost. Yeah, 色鬼有很多啦, that kind of thing. 妖鬼,色鬼, that kind of thing. Yeah. But no lah, no. Yeah, don't have. Other place don't have. Army is the only one. And that I came to a reason why, I know why army got a lot of ghosts. Okay. I actually think I know why. You all know why not? Okay. So let me tell you my personal encounter. Personal encounter. Okay. Start with something. Let's start with something very casual first. So let's start very casual first. So how many of you were from Tekong? How many were you from Tekong? There was camp 1 and camp 3 our time. Now got more camps. I don't know how many camps. My son was there. And in camp 3, we all have those metal beds, right? Okay. How many of times, how many of you the bed kena shaken? How many of you say me? Your bed will get shaken. Okay. For those people who are worried that you hear something frightening, the end of it, there's a twist that will make you not frightened one. Okay. Yeah. See how many people? Me. Your bed kena shaken. Very, very common. Okay. Yeah, very, very common. So, okay. Camp 3 was this quick. So I was in Camp 3 Delta Company. Sorry, Jaguar Company, I think. So a lot of this bed was shaking. Okay. So why it happened? And every night people will say, yesterday night my bed kena shaken. Now from being shaken, then you will further develop into more. Then you see one white shadow moving around, or some woman shaking at the bed or something. But those kind rare, but very common. The bed shake. They're very, very common. Almost all you get it. And most people when they kena that, they will tell you that it is ghost. Okay. And one day it happened to me. the bed shake. Wapiang. Okay? It's I was like, whoa. But do you know something about army soldiers not? When you are the person that experience this, you are not frightened one. You know why? Why is it so? When you are in the army, when you kena this kind of encounter, you are not afraid. Why is it so? Okay? Why is it so? Yes, because you're too freaking tired. You're only afraid of worse goals. Your platoon sergeant, your platoon sergeant, your inche, whatever. You're not afraid at that time. To be frank, it happened to me. I was like, swala, you know. Now, yes, your inche more scary. All too tired. Nobody is afraid one. You only afraid when you go back to your home over weekend. Then you think, hey, that thing happened to me there, right? No one is afraid of it. Okay, so in my experience, I found out why those things shake. Anyone can give me, anyone can give me a reason why your bed shake. Anyone? Okay, this is through me analyzing the whole thing. Well, that's largely because if this no is not no. Shaking is very common. Okay, is this thing called resonance reaction. So those days they don't have bus, they go by tree tunnel. The tree tunnel all come in waves, come in waves, and they travel in waves, and they send the ground shaking when they have 5, 10 of them. Grrr, and every time it passes by, it sends a resonance reaction to your bed because the bed has a natural frequency and the ground, the tunnel has a natural frequency. Every time the thing shake, generally coincide with two situations. Big vehicles are traveling around the area, and the second thing is people are marching in a big way. So that's low frequency. Is it called low? It's a resonance reaction. Yeah, nothing more than that. So I cannot frighten. People cannot frighten for no reason. Now these are things I can explain. Now I give you another one. Okay, I give you another one. Okay, I give you another one. This one is quite common. Okay, yeah, it's not ghosts, but of course people are colorful it remember ghosts, right? How many of you cannot this? You want to wake up, you cannot wake up. You fret, you cannot press by something. Have you cannot something cannot press by something? Right? You cannot wake up, just cannot wake up. And suddenly you struggle, call in the name of God, Jesus, whatever, and whatever religion you all call, and suddenly you woke up and then you say, wow, really? Because in the name of God, yeah. How many of you cannot that? Say, me. Yeah, I cannot. Yeah. This called dream paralysis. You all got a sleep paralysis. Okay? Yeah, because you're too tired. Too tired. Too tired because army boys too tired. Kena many times. I give another one, okay? Then I'll go to the these are things I can explain, but things I cannot explain. Okay. So those days, we have to do trench digging, right? Defense exercise. Wow. That time OCS, we have to do a 4-day, 3-night exercise. How many of you are from OCS infantry? You all remember this? I think it's still called the same name. OCS in defense exercise, there are two exercises. One is called spade. The other one is called dumping. I don't know whether you all know or not. Okay, dumping. Do you remember infantry? There's this exercise called dumping. 4-day, 3-night, or 5 days, 4 night. I can't remember already. Okay, do you all still remember? And in that, you cannot sleep for all the nights one. Cannot sleep. Just not allowed to sleep. Maximum sleep 1 or 2 days. The first night, everybody not allowed to sleep. Just dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. You know, just dig and dig and dig, non-stop digging. Second day, you dig and die and dig and die and dig and die. Very, very strong, right? Yeah. Just lots of digging. Just lots of digging. You never dig so many things before. Okay. The third night, you're supposed to what you call stand to, right? Take weapon and stand, and wait for enemy to come and that kind of thing, right? That is where the most ghosts come out. Really, a lot. Everybody see ghosts, man. Everybody see ghosts. Really. Someone will see something floating around. The tree will suddenly move and become a lady. And then you will talk to your friend, and you'll be different languages. You talk to him, you talk to him, you say, hey, that day, I went to Changi and have this curry chicken and blah, blah. He'll be saying, my father last time work in school as a teacher, or like two separate conversation, like two kena possessed like that. Yeah, you're never kena this yeah. It's basically this is happened everywhere. It's like then I realized this after 2-3 days of lack of sleep people will start to hallucinate and start seeing things around. Yes, yeah, start seeing things around. Very, very, very good. Yeah, all concussed. Yes, yeah, all concussed, really, all seeing things around. So is something that is very, very common. Yes, or then eventually all attribute to ghosts. Okay. This one, sleep deprivation, you will start seeing things. Okay. Start seeing things. The other situation is this, okay? Yeah, so because they kai tian yin, the kind of thing, absolutely rubbish. There are some people in a state of anxiety. I cannot say this, but the YouTube, they're very kanchong already, very, very kanchong, very kanchong. Then you start to see things as well. Yeah. So actually, in 90% of the case I analyze, those story don't have. Okay. The only one or two encounter I cannot explain. Okay. One or two encounter I cannot explain is this. Okay. So we were doing evacuation. Right? Evacuation, we will carry someone on your shoulder. You run, 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 go inside. Run, 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 run. So we have this thing called 50-50, 50-50 evacuation, meaning that 50% of the section is being blown up by artillery. You also carry them. So you carry, and so we all go 50-50. So I was carrying someone because I'm big size, someone small size, I carry a small size, and someone else. So we'll carry, run for maybe, I don't know, 500 meters to a lot. I don't know how long I run. And then all of us are running, and then also run into a campsite. So run. Oh, I'm very tired. Then suddenly I see we're running into a like a not a door, like a gate like that. I see my friend, excuse me, don't block the way, don't block the way, excuse me. Then I was like, blocks me, right? Then he says, go in. So I never thought too much about that. A few days later, we were all discussing, that time we were all about to pass out from OCS. So we were talking about which profession, which which uh, which which branch to go into. So we're talking about military police. Then we said military police very shock, right? Just sit in the camp having air condition and things like that. Then someone said no, yeah, in Tekong that day they were guarding the camp. Yeah, so late already. Then we say where God? Yeah, we all went through it, right? That day they were blocking the way. I still asked them, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Then all of us like, where God? All of us go through no whole section, 10 people. Only he say, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Don't block the way, don't block the way. Yeah, that one really okay. That one we cannot explain. Yeah, that one I cannot explain. Okay, maybe he too tired, but too tired. Usually when you're about to fall asleep, that kind of habit. But when you're high adrenaline active, you generally don't see it. That one I cannot explain. Okay, and after he scared as shit, then he got scared as shit. Yeah, yeah, really, he got scared as shit. Okay, yeah, that's the one that is the more scary. Yeah. Yeah. So that one I think yeah, the one that kind of thing more scary. Now, okay, this one I never encountered before, but but there in some churches there's this thing called deliverance ministry. Yeah, that means they do casting out demons or that kind of thing. I never encountered it before, but I hear a lot of stories of being casted out, that kind of thing. That part, that this kind I cannot explain now. Okay, maybe some pretend one, maybe some real, I don't know. Okay, this one I won't go into it, and then later scare the shit out of you. You cannot sleep tonight. Okay, no night training on Thursday night. That rule is lifted already. No more already. No more already. Okay, our time have, now don't have. Yeah. So I this one never don't this rule is lifted already. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I slept opposite the Tekong long bunk with 3 door. Oh, really? Really? The 3 door one. Okay, the 3 door one got lots of stories. Yes, that's a Charlie company, right? Yes. Okay, the Charlie company. You all know the Charlie company story? Yeah, the Charlie company story. You want to hear before we lock off? You all want to hear the story? I did Wikipedia and search that story. It's real. It's real. Okay. And different people had different version of it. Yep, I was the PC. Wait, you were the PC. You cannot be like unless you are in 70 or were you the PC of the soldier that got killed, that died? Okay, me, Charlie from there. Okay. Okay, so let me tell you what I know of the Charlie company. Yeah. Okay. Midnight whole block cried. Okay. Please do not talk about GE. Yeah. Please not GE. Okay. Okay, I tell you about Charlie company. Okay. And then, okay. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So I finish this story and then we pangkang. So in Tekong, there was Camp 1 and Camp 3. Do you still remember? I don't even know what is Camp 2. There's Camp 1 and Camp 3. These are one the house soldier. In Camp 1, there were a couple of companies, but one of the companies is called Charlie Company. In this company, before my time even, okay, in Pulau Tekong, in this company, uh, there were we have this thing called road march, okay, road march, 24K road march. We march around the island and things like that, very, very common. So one of the soldier went missing. One of the soldier went missing in a road march. And they only realized it, I don't know why, at the end of the road march. Because every point you're supposed to account for men. I don't know how he can be missing. By the time they reached back at camp, they only found that he was missing. Guess what? The whole battalion got turned out, combed the whole area, cannot find him. Okay, just cannot find him. And I think the story was, and I don't know that the story was that they went to find some bomo. The bomo say you gotta find him now. If you cannot find him now, by the time you reach the next day, the guy is gone. So so the guy so all try to look for the guy. Cannot find the guy at all. Cannot find the guy at all. And guess what? The next morning he found he was in a bush away from a track, died. Died. This part is real, and the horrific story, which later I found not to be true, and horrific story, his intestine burst out and died, burst out, terrible death, burst out. Okay. And ever since then, Charlie Company, that platoon, got a lot of unusual phenomena, okay, unusual phenomena and things like that. Yeah, they will see things moving, hear people crying, all sorts of stuff and things like that. Then one day, I don't know, is it bom? They don't know why they always say bomo. Okay, some bomo say that you got to open a third door to let a chance for the person to go out or something like that. And that's why Charlie Company is the only one with a third door. Someone please confirm that is, because I've never been to a company before. There's actually 3 doors. Okay. And that part I think is true. Okay. Then after the third door, no more of those phenomena. But from that day onwards, every Thursday, I reckon that every Thursday, no night training. No night training. Okay. Our time, not talk about that time. No night training. In my time, no night training for Thursday also. Someone got carried around in the middle of the night. Okay. Uh, so who was from Charlie Company? There's a lot of people in Charlie Company. So that's the story. Okay. Now, that part is quite scary. Yeah. Eric said, yes, there is a third door. Okay. Yes. Uh, in year 2000, also no night training. Wow. Okay. So, oh, I forgot something about graveyard. I'll tell you about graveyard story. Okay. In Tekong. That one I personally encountered. So, the actual story, if you Wikipedia the whole story, was the guy, the guy, the guy was had some intestinal infection that's quite serious, and because he went for training when he's not supposed to, he's supposed to fall sick. Then eventually, he died of it. Okay, uh, and any good to see, eventually he died of it, and after that, they did a autopsy and found that to be true. Now his intestine didn't burst out. Okay, now that part I cannot. That part at least Wikipedia say is correct. But what they cannot confirm is why is there a third door? That one I cannot. That's what they say. Okay, yeah, you're from Delta. Okay, so So you all saw the third door. I was on Chem 3, so I wasn't on Chem 1. So that part of it is what happened. So from that day until many, many years later, nowadays they lifted that rule. Thursday, no night training. My time also no night training. We all love Thursday night. Yeah. Okay. So, so, ever since then, when we pass by, okay, so let me tell you, in a 24K route march, we will always pass by, we'll always pass by, okay, so, yeah. So, I tell you what I encounter, okay? The Camp 3 Commander Block, there's a room where we worship a deity. Oh, is it? Okay. So, this one I personally encountered. Before I went to the army, there was one day, okay, that at night before I went army, I dreamt of this place. I dreamt of a place. It's quite a eerie place. It's a graveyard where a lot of graves are being dug up. There were coffins open, a lot of people crying, and all this. It's just a lot of whole like grave being dug up, massive, big, huge space. And in my dream, I was like, wow, what a strange place, man. Okay. Then one day in our 24K route march, we were all marching, right? You know where you are supposed to sing song, right? We're supposed to sing song when we march, right? We sing and sing and sing and sing non-stop, and we sing for hours, 24K route march. And suddenly, they tell us to stop singing. They tell us to stop singing. So we stop singing, we march and march and march. Lo and behold, on the left side of the track was a graveyard where they dug up all the graves. There were no coffins left unopened, but the graves are all dug up. So apparently that was an exercise to relocate the land, a cemetery for some place. But I, with my own eyes, saw a part of my dream that came true in that part of time. So from that day onwards, last time I served in Suffing Coast, you all remember Suffing Coast? We have to go training in Tekong. Every time I go to that place, what's it basi? Okay, yes. So over years, that part got filled up again, and contractors come back. But I really, really, really saw my dream come true at that graveyard. That one, no house sell. Didn't see any ghosts, but I saw my dream come true. Okay, yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes. So that was I thought still 1,600 of yours watching my ghost story. Yeah, that part, yeah. Okay. No, the church of better don't say. Cannot bring pork to Tekong. Yes, absolutely true. That time. Now I don't think so. Now they relax the rule already. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now they relax the rule. They don't care anymore. Yeah. In our camp, cannot bring pork into the bunk. Yeah. Last time we have this rule. Okay. Cannot bring pork in the bunk. Really. Okay. Really cannot bring pork in the bunk. That one really true. Someone apparently my CO say, the last time that time CO was called Arthur what na? Colonel Arthur something, okay? Arthur Lee, yes, absolutely right, Arthur Lee, okay? Arthur Lee came and said, Thursday, no, cannot bring pork to the bunk. Someone ate pork in the bunk and in night had a free airplane ride around Tekong. Yeah. So that was why we all can we see. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. I believe that everything has a. I don't believe in. Okay, I conclude this. I don't believe in ghosts, and I don't believe in ghosts, but there's a caveat. I believe every supernatural phenomena has a scientific reason behind. That's why whenever I see a supernatural phenomenon, I always try to see it. But however, over the years, I also came to this conclusion. It's going to frighten some of you guys, okay? I don't believe in ghosts, but I think the existence of demons does exist. Okay? I exist, I exist, I believe in the existence of demon and devil and all sort of thing. I think so. And that part of it, even my wife is now looking at me with these scary eyes. Okay, I believe so. But I always teach my children there's no such thing as ghosts. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, no such thing as ghosts. But I do believe that there is such thing called demons and all sort of stuff. And yeah. And I do believe this part, yeah. But I think sometimes we uh we over blame some of these phenomena. The marble sound outside, there was a scientific reason. Okay. Yes, there's a scientific reason. Yeah. Okay, demons are technically not ghosts. Okay, technically not ghosts. Okay, yeah, it's a spiritual. Were you a Christian in during army time? Yes, but not very pious. Okay, yes. What's the difference between demons and ghosts? That's a tough question. Put it that way, that those ghosts that Pontiana, those floating in the air, vampire, that kind of thing. I don't think they exist. Demons is another thing. You can read the Bible to think about. They want a bit scary. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Do I? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Let me conclude this. I came to realize this. You're absolutely right. Human can be more scary than ghosts. Yeah. Human can be more scary than ghosts. You know, human, like what human is capable of. I think some ghosts are not capable of. I mean, yeah. You all believe this? Some of the things human are capable of, I don't even think ghosts are capable of, man. You agree with me? Okay, you agree with me? Yeah, the things that human dare to do, I don't even think even in ghosts, you know, I don't even think, yeah, okay. I think so, You look at the case of the poor little girl that got abused by the mother and the boyfriend. I cannot believe I cannot believe human is yes, Megan. I cannot believe human is capable of doing that to a young girl, and I cannot believe a mother is capable of doing that. There's a Chinese phrase that says, 虎毒不食子. You understand this phrase? 虎毒不食子. Even though a tiger is deadly, they will never eat their own child. Okay? Human is worse. And I see many of these cases. I just cannot believe it. What human is capable of goes far beyond the realm of, yeah, it's even worse. It's even worse. Yeah, even worse. It's unbelievable. What Adrian Lim is capable of, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. They are far more worse. Far more. What human, yeah, is actually, yeah, what the human heart is capable of, the extreme is far worse. I think you all agree with me, right? It's 10 times worse. Yeah, it is. Yeah, is so. I think human are far more dangerous than we all don't need to fight. That's why I started my question. Were those people in the army? When you're in the army, you're not afraid of ghosts one. You where got time to afraid of ghosts? You're so tired. You're much more afraid of your sergeant, your PC, your OC, your section commander. Yeah. So I don't think I actually think that of course got good human, okay, but the extremes of human. You look at the Japanese World War II, what they committed those crime. Unit 731. Wow, that's unbelievable, man. Yeah, unbelievable. Okay, I stayed in Tekong for 2 years. PC and sergeant not scary. Which year? My time very scary. Okay, yeah, yes. Okay. Girls can go to army. Yes, nowadays they can. Okay. Yes. Okay. Anyway, thanks for talking. So we have a great chat. Okay. Yes. Um, I don't even know whether tomorrow I can go live, man. Yeah. Will girls break down? It depends on the girl. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay. See you all tomorrow. Thanks everyone for joining. I hope that our nightly chat is something you all look forward to. Okay. Yeah. I'll try to think of if you all anything you want to talk about, I'm quite capable of doing that. Okay. And I was at Pink, so in Pinko Farm, we to look for watch my topic say no G topic, yummy die. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Okay. I will see you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay. For something. Hopefully, you know what we're all waiting for now. You all notice. You all notice. You all notice Trump haven't been talking recently. You know. You all notice that Trump has not been talking recently. Yeah. So he don't talk, nothing will happen. The market will go up. He talk, market come down. Okay. So we're just waiting for him. Yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta go for my 1 hour walk already. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go for 1 hour walk, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. See you guys. See you guys. Okay. See you guys. Okay. Okay. Bye bye. Mr. Lu tonight is scared to sleep. Go hold a Bible or something like that. Okay. Yep. Go cemetery on the house downstairs. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.